Hello my friends, welcome to the channel. Today's a very cool day my friends. Today is time for TAG Heuer and this is a really cool watch guys. This is actually one of the new pieces that was released this year. I really love it. It's an Aquaracer and it's a blue dial with the blue bezel. So let's talk a little bit more about this watch. And before we start guys, I just want to give you a quick reminder. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, tell me what you think about the watch, and it's really going to help this channel a lot. And of course, it's free. So before I start, I just want to give you guys a little bit of background about TAG Heuer. This is a really cool brand. It's been around for a long time, and to me personally, I think this is a beautiful piece. It's a great watch to start a collection. You don't have to go always for the most expensive, most luxury watches in the market, since like a Patek Philippe, or Rolex, or APs. These are great watches. I've seen these pieces working for over 20-25 years. People are still wearing it like from their dads or grandfathers or whatever, and they're still working really good. So let's stop talking and let's take a look at this beautiful Aquaracer. Okay my friends, so now it's time to take this beautiful watch out of the box, and you guys already know I can help you with more brands. I can help you with Rolex, but Rolex, you know, they have their restrictions and it's really hard for me to promise anything. But if you're from the Rio Grande Valley, I can help you probably, right? But I can help you with TAG Heuer. I have Bvlgari, I have Mont Blanc, I have Gucci, especially what else? Cartier, Tudor, Hublot, and many more brands. So if you're looking to build a collection, or you're looking for jewelry or anything else, please contact me on the links below. Tell me what are you looking for, so hopefully I can help you satisfy your needs, right? So what else could I say? So it's time to talk a little bit more about TAG Heuer, my friends. This is one of the best brands that I personally like. I did start with I would like to say I didn't start with a TAG Heuer. I started with a Cartier watch, but of course I ended up getting a TAG Heuer later. I got an Aquaracer with rubber strap. I really like the watch. They're great quality big pieces. They work really good, and I have never had any issues. One of the things I would like to tell you more about this watch. This is new. This is actually a watch that was released practically this year. So let's just go a little bit more into the configurations and the specifications of the watch, guys. This is only $3,000. I would like to say it's a little bit over. Well, I don't want to say it's more expensive because I think it's a really good price, but we used to see Aquaracers from around $2,000 to $2,500. We used to see maybe a few ones up to $3,000. So I think this is one of the best quality watches on the TAG Heuer that they have ever done, especially in an Aquaracer. This is an automatic movement. That's great because you guys already know the TAG Heuer Aquaracer that I have, it's a quartz movement. So this is actually an automatic movement. I think that's great. It's also 300 meter water resistant. It's also Calibre 5 automatic. And I'm here in the watch in their page. One of the things that I really like about the watch, it's a little bit heavier in my opinion, because I have seen more Aquaracers, I have seen more TAG Heuers in my past years, but I don't know if they changed something when they were making this particular model, but I feel it a little bit more like condensed. I don't know how to explain it, but it's heavier. It feels really good quality. And one of the things that I really love the watch is the lock, the bracelet. The bracelet is different, and it actually have a very different mechanism that I haven't seen before. At least not that I remember, and if you guys did have seen something like this before, please let us know in the comment. But one of the things that I like about the bracelet, of course, it's a deploy buckle, so you have to push it out to release the buckle. But one of the things that I realized is you can move. It's kind of like the quick release from the Rolex, but this is not a watch that is just like a small link that you have. This was actually, you can move it around the whole clasp. So I think that's really good. What else? It's bright, vibrant blue. That's one of the things that I really like. It's a very different blue. I don't know if you guys can really appreciate it in the video because I know it looks a little bit more purple, but if you see it in person, it's a really nice blue. It's kind of like I don't know, no, not matte, but it's a really cool blue, kind of like I don't know how to say it, guys. You really have to take a look in person, because in the video, I know you can appreciate the details, but the colors are really, really different because of the reflection of the light. I would like for you guys to stop by to the store, take a look at the watch. It looks really, really cool. And I think the size is really good. It is a 43 millimeters, so I think that's enough for me. 43 millimeters, $3,000. Of course, this is an automatic movement, Calibre 5. And of course, you have 300-meter water resistant. The movement is 30-hour power reserve, 38-hour power reserve. So I think that's enough. Of course, I would like to see a better power reserve in these watches, because of I know they're great quality, but if you see a Cartier, if you see a Rolex, of course, they have a little bit more of power reserve. But I think this is enough, because if you have one of these watches, I think you can always change it once in a while, and you shouldn't worry about it, because you can still take the watch and not wear it for around a day, almost 2 days. So I think that's really cool. And just like I said, this is a 43 millimeters, 300 water resistant, and this is an unidirectional bezel. So that means it only goes to one side. And what else should I say about the specifications of the watch? Okay, this is a lume. You have a lume. I think this is really good, because I was looking actually into the pictures here in the page from TAG Heuer, and one of the things that I really like, one of the features about this particular model, is in the lume you can see all the colors. You can see all the numerals glowing in green, but the minute hand for the minutes, it actually glows in blue. So it is really, really nice, guys. I'm gonna post a picture right now so you can take a look. I'm gonna download it from the TAG Heuer webpage. So please tell me what you think about the lume. Tell me if you like it. Tell me it looks nice or not. And of course, tell me if you think it's a little heavy, or a little bigger for your wrist. To me personally, it really depends, guys. It really depends on the model that you're gonna wear, because there are some watches that I see in a 43 millimeters and I think they're really big. I don't think they look, for the size of my wrist. But in this particular model, I think it really looks good. Let's say I'm gonna put an example for a Hublot. When you see a 45 millimeter Hublot, to me personally, I think it's a perfect size. But if I see a 42 millimeter Hublot, in a classic fusion or a big band, I think it looks very small. But I think it really depends of the model, it really depends on the watch, and of course in the edges and the bracelets and all that. So this is a very thick bracelet. It's actually heavy, and like I say, this is 43 millimeters. I think it's a perfect size. It's an Aquaracer, so you want to have it's supposed to be a little big, because these are watches for diving, so you want to take a look at the watch, right? You don't want to mess it up. And I think that's pretty much all I have to talk about this beautiful watch, guys. I just wanted to give you guys a closer look to this new model from the TAG Heuer. Like I say, this is one of the best brands in the United States. It really sells a lot. These are great watches, beautiful pieces, and they really, really last forever. So if you're building a collection and you want something to really enjoy, not worry about hitting it or doing some type of damage into the watch, I would really recommend the TAG Heuer. I do have a TAG Heuer, and I think that watch takes the best vacations, because when I travel, sometimes I don't want to take my Rolex, or I don't want I just want to be comfortable, because I'm going to be at the beach or whatever. So I always take my TAG Heuer. I enjoy it, and I don't have to be worrying about something happening to the watch. I'm not saying nothing is going to happen, but at least if I see myself into situations where I have to send a watch into a service, I know TAG Heuer is not going to be as expensive as sending a Rolex or a Hublot or a Cartier to service, right? But that's just my personal opinion. Maybe if your economic means are much, much higher and you don't care, you can always take your Rolex and dive with it, do whatever you want. But of course, if something happens, you still have to pay for that. So thank you very much for watching, my friends. Tell me what you think about this model. Tell me what you think about TAG Heuer. Do you think it's a great brand or not? And that's pretty much it. I would really appreciate for you to subscribe, give us a like, tell me what you think, and see you next time.